Alright guys, today I got a new line of juice I'm going to be shooting a short little review over called Esoteric. They're out of Utah. I was sent this line as a wholesale inquiry, and I do these videos more for me than anybody else. Helps me remember when we're looking at juice lines later which flavors I liked, which lines I liked, and what my initial thoughts and whatnot were made. So here's an example of one of their bottles. They come in these nice square bottles, kind of remind me of the old, like, the standard bottles. Don't know if you remember those. They have nice art on them. Well made, well presented, childproof caps. With a safety seal on them. So with the new childproof regulations coming through, that's good. We'll start out with Incubus, which is the first one on this flavor list. It is called a blueberry breakfast. So let's see how I dig this. I'm using my Mason 40mm RDA on my 3S monitor box. It's the same setup that I've been using for 6 months or so, maybe longer now. So I know what the flavors I vape taste like on here, so I find it's best to use something that you're familiar with so you have a frame of reference. I normally use this all day, and I have a bunch of smaller RDAs that I could use that are like flavor RDAs, but I don't think that would be fair in comparing the normal juice I vape. So let's see what Incubus is about. It's blueberry breakfast. So I was thinking it was going to be more along the lines of like a blueberry muffin. I think it's not. I think it's more like a blueberry waffle, or a waffle with like blueberry syrup. Let's put a little bit more on there so I can get more of a thought on it. Yeah, I'm definitely getting like a pastry or a baked good, like a waffle or a crepe or something of that nature, like waffle pancake, something kind of batter tasting. With like, it's hard to describe blueberry flavors, but there's warm blueberries flavorings, and then there's like the bright blueberry, like the candied blueberry, the blueberry jams, the fresh blueberry, the harvest blueberry type flavorings. This is more of a like a baked or warm, maybe a touch of cinnamon. So what I get out of this is blueberry, brown sugar, waffle flavor, which is which is pleasant to me, and it would be a flavor I would vape. Probably not all day. It's a little too sweet for me to vape all day, but it's a nice little change up. So let's go on to the next flavor. Let's keep with the kind of cinnamon sugar. We'll go with Enigma. So here's the Enigma bottle. Got cool art on it as well. All of them have pretty cool art. The packaging's really nice on all these bottles. And I know there's people out there that buy liquids just based off of appearance. And in a market like this, it's honestly important. I've managed a vape shop for over 3 years, and those flavors that stand out to people when they're sitting on your shelves, it's kind of a big deal. The impulse buy where people just go, that looks cool, give me a bottle of that, is actually pretty important. Whenever I go into a vape shop, honestly, I see a bottle, it might have a good picture on it, and if I haven't heard about it before, I'm more willing to try that juice that looks different or classy. I stay away from the ones with, like, you know, the super graffiti style, or a lot of California companies use a lot of bright colors and try and make it look edgy. And I tend to stay away from those, but that's just a personal preference type of thing. So this one is Cinnamon Sugar Bliss. That's how it's described. This one to me just tastes like a sugar cookie, or like a snickerdoodle sugar cookie with a little bit of cinnamon sugar on top. It's got those cookie notes like a vanilla sugar cookie, just with cinnamon sugar. So in my opinion, this one's just a snickerdoodle flavor, which doesn't make it bad. It's a simple flavor. A lot of companies, the sugar cookies flavors have been popular. I've noticed throughout the market there's waves of flavors that'll be popular and then not popular. Like vanilla custards were super popular for a long time, and then strawberry milks. I mean, you had mother's milk, unicorn milk, one hit wonders, Milkman. So I've noticed things tend to go up and down, and sugar cookie is a popular flavor currently. I don't like this flavor as much as Incubus. I'm not a big fan of the sugar cookie flavors, but then again, I don't tend to like sugar cookies anyway. And the cinnamon's a little too powerful in my opinion on this one. I wish it was a little less stated in the flavor, because it's kind of right up there, and then you get a little hint of like that sugar cookie flavor. This one is just mostly that warm cinnamon and then a little bit of the cookie. But if you like those bakery cinnamons, like cinnamon rolls, cinnamon toast crunch style, this would be right up your alley. Alright, so next flavor, we're gonna go with Harpy. So this is Harpy's bottle. I really like the art on that one. Little background, I have a degree in fine arts and I do a lot of graphic work, so I appreciate good art and marketing. And none of the juice is actually blue. The bottles are just tinted blue, so anybody worried about that, the flavors are all natural colors. There doesn't seem to be any like food coloring added or anything. So Harpy. This is a smooth vanilla chai tea blend. So on this one, there's a couple flavors I get out of it that aren't listed in the description. So there's that smooth vanilla with a little bit of chai, and then I get almost a peppermint vibe, like a light peppermint, like those dinner mints that dissolve. Now this flavor is different, and it's different enough that I probably would put it in a tank and vape it all day. It's not one I'm gonna vape, you know, for a week solid or anything, but I could probably vape this all day. And it's refreshingly different. That kind of mint kick with the vanilla and chai is nice. Yeah, I like this one. Of the three, this one's my favorite so far. Okay. So next one we'll do is Succubus. I also like using this setup for testing. It's about 3 or 4 pulls at 300 so watts. Flavor's normally pretty gone. So Succubus. Succubus is described as a strawberry caramel custard. So talking about the strawberry custards, here's another one of those, popular flavors that a lot of premium companies have, a strawberry custard. This one's a little different. They've added a caramel hint to it. So let's see. Now I've had these flavors for a couple weeks, or this line for 2 or 3 weeks, so I've been testing it throughout that period. And now I feel kind of competent on describing them all, at least in my opinion. So this one really reminds me of Cutwood's Unicorn Milk. The caramel's not super overstated. There is the strawberry custard milk, that type flavor in there. The caramel is nice though, it rounds it out a little better. I find a lot of those strawberry custard and strawberry milk flavors, the strawberry just tastes super artificial, and the caramel in this actually rounds out that strawberry and keeps it from having that kind of plasticky taste. And I'm a sucker for strawberry custards and strawberry milk vapes. I'm making a point to drip it at least twice. So this is one you'll like if you like strawberry custards. The caramel makes it a little bit different, adds kind of a bakery note to it, rounds out the flavor in my opinion. This is my favorite of them now, so right now it's going Succubus, Incubus, and then the chai tea one, Harpy, and Enigma. Alright, gonna have to pause. Okay, and we're back. So, wrap stuff up about Succubus. It's probably my favorite flavor from the line as a whole, but I'm kind of a sucker for strawberry custard flavors. Ever since I had Boosted's strawberry custard flavor, it was just the bee's knees. So now we got 2 left. We're gonna start with Cryptic because Deviant has a little bit of lime, and lime tends to overpower other flavors and not get covered up so well when you're dripping on the same RDA. So this is Cryptic's bottle design. I like that one too. Kind of reminds me of Mr. Manhattan from The Watchmen. Or Dr. Manhattan, sorry. Nerd fail. So this is a good strawberry banana flavor. I don't get like a yogurt flavor. There's like a Bavarian cream, a banana, and a strawberry. Kind of like if you were to puree up some bananas and some strawberries and use it with like a whipped cream. It's a good fruity flavor that's not too bright and can handle the high heat. There's a lot of fruit flavors out there, especially citrus ones that high heat they start to taste a little funky. This one's pretty good too. Not exactly one I would vape all day, but wouldn't be a bad little change up. All these flavors I'm testing are 3-nic as well. Yeah, so that one's pretty good too. I don't know where I'd rank that one. It's in the middle of the pack. It's pretty good. Well, let's look at Deviant. This one's probably going to be the most different of flavors. It's a cluster of fruits with lime accents. So I'm expecting some sort of almost a limeade. It smells super fruity. With citrus. So let's see. And this is Deviant's bottle. A little cloaked, hooded figure, almost anonymous style, or the Purge style. So that flavor definitely has the most throat hit because of the lime. I felt it when I inhaled. This one's refreshing. This is actually a flavor I like. But with that throat hit, I'm not going to be able to drip it, especially at a 3-nic, at this wattage all day. It'd be really good in a tank though. And I find there's certain flavors that are better in tanks and certain flavors that are better in drippers. Sometimes tanks can bring out more of a roundness to the flavor. And they tend to knock down throat hit from lime and citric flavors, in my opinion. This one to me kind of tastes like a tropical fruit with a little bit of lime. Maybe like a pineapple in there. But overall, it's just a refreshing flavor. Definitely has the most throat hit. But I like it. I would use it in a tank, definitely. And I think I have filled my tank with it a few times. So anyways, that's all 6 flavors. We have Incubus, Harpy, Succubus, Deviant, Cryptic, and Enigma. And just a reminder, Incubus was the blueberry breakfast, Harpy was the smooth vanilla chai blend, Succubus was strawberry caramel custard, Deviant was the last one, the cluster of fruits with lime. You know, kind of thinking of it, it reminds me of that fruit bowl stuff, like the Dole mixed fruit where you have cherry, pear, peach, and then there's a lime over the top of all that. But not like a natural lime, it's like a Sprite flavor almost, like a lemon lime soda type. Then we have Cryptic, the strawberry banana cream, and Enigma, the cinnamon sugar. Overall, I would give this line probably a 7 out of 10. There's a couple of good flavors that I would count as hits in my book. Specifically the Succubus and the Deviant, actually. And then there's a couple flavors that I probably wouldn't buy, like Enigma or Cryptic. But overall, two flavors I'd probably buy, two flavors I could vape, two flavors I probably wouldn't want to buy or vape. But that's not saying they're bad flavors. I can tell their quality. But overall, that is my review of Esoteric E liquids straight out of Utah. And I got these flavors to be completely transparent as a wholesale inquiry. They were samples sent to my shop. And so, there's my review.